Hey guys, I'm here to tell you today about an amazing, effective, organic, natural insecticide that is the only one I ever go to these days because it is just that effective. And that simply is neem cake, or otherwise known as neem meal, and really, more specifically, the tea that you can make out of this stuff. What I do is just soak it into some water. I'll get about 2 or 3 heaping tablespoons into 1 gallon of water, kind of like this. Let it sit for a few hours until it really starts to brown and release its properties, and you've got yourself neem tea. And it's really that simple. One caveat is just make sure if you're going to use it in some kind of sprayer to just be sure to filter it out. Use like cheesecloth or some kind of fabric or fine filter or mesh to filter it out in order that it doesn't clog up your sprayer, because you don't want that a real pain. But that's it. You use that liquid as your all-purpose insecticide whenever you get any issues, and this works for so many different things, really any insect, because what it does is it really messes them up on a hormonal level, which keeps them from eating and just feeding and breeding properly, which is amazing. This will work on all sorts of things like aphids, whiteflies, thrips, scale, Japanese beetle, fungus, gnats, squash bugs, anything that you might be struggling with that is an insect, it will work on. So a couple of different ways that you can use this. You could use this as a spray. You just thoroughly spray the tops and especially the bottoms of the leaves. You can also use this as a soil drench. The beautiful thing is they are discovering that neem may have systemic properties, which would be really cool, because that would mean that it doesn't only work from the outside in, on the outsides of the leaves, but it may work from the inside out. The roots may be drawing up the neem, and when that leaf-chewing, leaf-biting insect takes a bite out of your leaf, it will actually get the negative properties of the neem through ingestion. How cool would that be? But the verdict is still out on that. I have tried that and it actually seems to work, but I couldn't tell if it was just so good for my plant that it staved off the bugs itself, or if it was actually the systemic properties of the neem. Besides being so effective at killing your pests, I also love the fact that neem is all around beneficial. It's not harmful for your plants. It's not harmful for you. In fact, they actually put neem in supplements and health and beauty aids these days. And for your plants, it's actually a fertilizer and something that really helps to strengthen the roots and the whole system of your plant. So when you are spraying the foliage as a foliage spray with neem tea, it's actually getting nutrients into the plant and strengthening the plant. If you are using it as a soil drench, it's actually excellent for your root system, even your soil structure, the microbes other than insects, the earthworms love it, and the roots are drawing that amazing nutrient value up into the plant system. So it's all around good in that way. The reason why I use neem tea as opposed to neem oil, which is a little bit easier to find, albeit, but the neem oil is something that you have to emulsify. And in order for it to work, you have to put it in water and use an emulsifier like dish soap or anything else like that. And between the oil and the dish soap, it's going to be pretty harsh on your plants. If you use it as a drench, the dish soap and oil is going to keep your soil microbes and your roots even possibly from breathing properly, and it's harsh. The same with the leaves. It's putting oil on leaves, which kind of clogs them and keeps them from breathing properly. And also, it can cause sunburn on the leaves since it's an oil. You're not going to get any of those negative effects on neem tea, only positive, as we just described. So these days, I really don't need insecticide that often. My garden plants are really healthy, as we've discussed in this channel, that you really want to focus on the soil and garden your soil and the plants themselves, and less on battling pests, less outside, focus on what's inside and underneath, and you'll have really healthy plants. But sometimes we just cannot help it. Sometimes these pests come in and they're really hard to battle, and whenever we do, this stuff is amazing. So get that brown water, get that neem tea, get it mixed up, filter it good, get it into however you're going to apply the insecticide, and check it out for yourselves. I hope that this works as good for you as it does for me. It's just an excellent thing that I'll always go back to, and I'll probably never need another type of insecticide. Hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to comment, and feel free to let me know if you have any questions on this, and until next time.